Hi guys, welcome to Carol's Universe, Tarot Readings from the Heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your reading. Sit back, relax and enjoy. Hi guys, welcome to Carol's Universe, Tarot Readings from the Heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your week ahead reading. We are doing this week the 27th, I believe, the 27th of July through to the 2nd of August. Yeah, so the 27th of July, that's a Monday, through to Sunday, the 2nd of August. Okay, so what we're doing for the reading, what we're using this week for the reading, and you know guys that if you've been watching this channel for a while, we do we look at your general, we look at a general message from the universe, we look at we then look at your career for the week, and we look at your love for the week, and we also get spiritual guidance. So for the general reading this week, guys, we're going to use the This Might Hurt tarot deck. For your work reading this week, guys, we're going to use my favourite deck of all my decks, the Everyday Enchantment Tarot. This one I cut and trimmed. I've got about two other backup decks, but this one was meant to be a client deck, but I cut and trim it, and I use it for YouTube videos and to take the thumbnails as well for the week. Brilliant deck. And finally for love, we use the Dark Mansion Tarot, another one of my favourite decks as well. Fantastic. Spiritual guidance this week, guys, comes from the Chinese Fortune reading cards by Sharina Starr. Really accurate. These are amazing. We're also going to get spiritual guidance from Angel Answers card, the Oracle card by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. And finally, we look at getting spiritual guidance as well from the Law of Attraction card. So we're just looking at what you should be focusing on attracting in this week. And that's by, if I can read the names, Amy Zerner and Monte Faber. Okay guys, sit back, relax and please enjoy your video. Hi Cancer, welcome to Carol's Universe, Tarot Readings from the Heart. We're going to do your reading this week, 27th of July through to the 2nd of August. Okay, Cancer, your cards are down. Let's have a look at what the general message is for the week between the 27th and the 2nd of August 2020. Wow, the Nine of Cups. So the Nine of Cups is all about contentment and joy, satisfaction. It's a happy card. It's a really lovely card, this is. It's also a card about wishes coming true. I mean, we do have these kind of predominantly cheesy messages for the card, and then practically in every book that you read as an explanation for the Nine of Cups in the tarot, it's going to tell you that this card is about manifesting your heart's desires. It's one of the wish cards. You know, if you get that in a reading, it's a good out. If you got that as an outcome in a reading, it would be a good outcome. Cards like the Nine of Cups and the Star, those types of cards will tell you your wishes are coming true. So let's have a look at the next one. Oh, wow. Okay, so I think that this week, because it's the message that we want with the general reading, the message from it's not a predictive thing as such, it's more about the message. I feel that with the Nine of Cups as well, turning it on its head, and looking at the words about satisfaction, for example, and contentment, it may be the message is that you can find fulfillment, Cancerians, with the Nine of Cups, because the Nine of Cups is about fulfillment in pursuing your heart's desires, your dreams. Now, both cards are ruled by Pisces energy, and we know that Pisces is ruled by the planet Neptune, and it's amazing thinking about it, the amount of readings that I do kind of on YouTube, the general readings, the amount that I would do that always show a lot of Pisces energy, which I always find to be really fascinating. But it's true. Neptune is the planet of dreams and fantasy and that type of thing. And these two cards are very much about the fantasy. But I think that the universe wants you to know this week that you can find a lot of satisfaction in the Knight of Cups, in either giving love, sharing love, or just pursuing a dream, pursuing your heart's desires with the Knight of Cups energy, or just really pursuing your intuition. The Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords is blocking out, though, the Knight. Okay. The Two of Swords can also be about having to make a decision, or procrastinating, or even indecisiveness is the Two of Swords. So let's have a look at Okay, the Eight of Wands. It feels like this is being released here, this Two of... Because when I look at the Eight of Wands, I think the Eight of Wands might be... I'm not sure what the planetary connections are in with this card, actually. The Eight of Wands, I think, is ruled by Sagittarius, though. So Sagittarius is all about movement, okay? It's all about exploration and movement. And it's almost like, if you look at... I could read it two ways, really. I could read it two ways. Excuse me, Cancerians. If you look at the Eight of Wands, they look like they're going into... Can you see how the stampede is going towards this woman here? So looking at it visually, it looks like you're protecting yourself from these... Now, the Eight of Wands can also be representative of an attack. So if you get a Ten of Wands facing into an Eight of Wands, it can be somebody who's protecting themselves from an attack, for example. But this card is protecting themselves. It feels like... The message is that you've got to feel... I'm trying to explain it in a way that makes sense here, because these two cards I think are really important. You're either moving this Two of Swords or you're protecting yourself from it, because of the way the card looks. It's not like the Eight of Wands is outside of the Two of Swords. It's not like you're releasing that. It literally looks like it's going into the Two of Swords. So it looks like there's a sense of trying to protect yourself, your heart. Because if you look at the Two of Swords, they're across the chest. So it's almost like she's trying to protect her heart from an attack here. It's almost like this looks like an attack, or it looks like you're protecting yourself from... It doesn't feel like it's protecting yourself from movement. That's not what I would say, even though the Eight of Wands is about messages, it's about movement, it's about advancement. This is something else. Message, Nine of Cups. You'll find fulfillment in pursuing... The message is, I think, you'll finding fulfillment, Nine of Cups, in pursuing your heart's desires. It's almost like you've got to stop yourself with stop yourself, because the Two of Swords can mean to stop as well. It's almost like it's saying stop yourself from getting carried away with that Eight of Wands energy. See, the Knight of Wands. Now, you've got these two movements. Look at that. Look at that. The Knight of Wands is moving real fast. He's pursuing. It's almost like, it's really interesting how those cards are going. But there's fast movement here. It's almost like with the Two of Swords, it's telling you to think about it, just to take a step back and to review a few ideas here. And to double up that card, it almost feels like it's to stop. Don't stop rushing. There's no need to rush, because these two cards are about rushing into things as well. When you get the Eight of Wands, if you get the Eight of Wands and the Two of Cups, somebody's rushing into a relationship, for example. You get the Knight of Wands again, it's for somebody who's rushing. They're both cards that talk about rushing. They're movement, but they're rushing. You can see that they're speeding ahead. Speeding ahead. But I get the impression, Cancerians, that this is you in the middle of everything. Alright? And actually, if you think about it as well, look at how the cards look too. Now look, she's got two swords across her chest. One sword points that way and one sword points that way. So it might be that the message is that there's a need to make a decision between whether you are finding fulfillment, whether you should find fulfillment in something that you truly love, or whether you should just pursue, maybe, this could be the rat race. Maybe it's pursuing just what everybody else is pursuing, or maybe it's an interesting one, because the Knight of Wands and the Eight of Wands is movement. It's movement. So, and actually thinking about it, of course, what we have here is, well, I've just thought about it. We've got two cups on one side and we've got two wands on one side. Now, what are wands? Wands are about movement. They're about advancement. They're about change. Okay, they're about passion and drive and ambitions. The cups are about love, and they're about emotional connections. And I feel that here, because we've got one active energy here and one passive energy, I actually think that sorry it takes me so long to get to what I'm trying to say on readings, but I've got to fix it in my mind, because suddenly my eye will pick up on something and I'll be like, oh, that's it. I think what it's telling you is that you've got a decision to make. The message is you do actually have a decision, Cancerians. There's two swords here. One sword points this way and one sword points that way. I think that this is a week to decide whether you stay within something that you really love, and you do love it, or whether you move. Because if you look at the Nine of Cups, he's not moving. He's sitting, he's doing his pottery, and he just enjoys with this Knight of Cups energy. He enjoys doing the things that he loves. So I think you're faced with a decision whether you're going to stay doing something that you really like or whether you're going to move. Because that's where I was kind of getting confused a little bit here. I was kind of reading it in a way that I was reading kind of linearly through the cards, when in fact all I needed to do was take a look at, well, there's 2 of swords here, 1 sword points here, 1 sword points here. So we know that there's a decision. Well, what is the decision? What are the cards trying to tell us? Well, we need to look at the, you know, what the cards represent. We've got 2 cups and we've got 2 wands. Cups are passive energy, wands are active. So if it's passive, there's no action being taken. And if it's a cup card, then it's something that you probably feel content in with the 9 of cups and something that you love. If it's a wand, then it's all about movement and advancing yourself. And these 2 cards are talking about change and advancement. So therefore, we come to the idea that maybe, just maybe, the universe this week, Cancerians, is giving you a message and saying, this week, Cancerians, you're going to have to make a choice. Choose between staying with something that you love, but perhaps it's not really advancing you, but it's something that you really love and you care about, or you're going to have to make a choice whether you decide to leave it and advance yourself and move forward. So you have a choice to make this week, whether you stay within something that you love, but there's probably not much advancement, or whether you move, okay, and advance yourself moving forward. Let's have a look at the career reading. So for career, oh, have I done this again? Yeah, I've done it again. Sorry, I keep putting these cards down, the Everyday Enchantment cards reversed. I don't mean to. It's just that I shouldn't be putting them. They're in the upright because I don't have reversals in my decks, not unless the universe chooses to reverse them via my hand. But I know that it's not meant to be reversed because they're all reversals and I don't have reversed. So the advice for work, or the message coming through for your work reading, Cancerians, this week is the 7 of coins. So for me, the 7 of coins, this can represent a new job, the 7 of coins. But also, if you look at this particular card, Cancerians, she's reviewing something. Can you see she's got her hand on her lip? Can you see the hand being brought out here? There may be an offer for you to review here in terms of work, Cancerians, okay? The 10 of Pentacles. I mean, some of you guys may be reviewing a job that brings a great deal of stability and security with that 10 of Cups. Because 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles in a work reading would be a very secure... 10s do represent ending of cycles, but I don't always read 10s. I don't see why you should always read a 10 like that. This is a secure and a stable job. This would be a permanent job. A job that has benefits like retirement, you know, it has, like a holiday entitlement. It's a proper, fully fledged, permanent, secure job that comes along with all the benefits of having a secure job. Okay, and some of you guys may be reviewing with the 7 of coins energy whether you should be doing that, whether you should be, and I'm just looking at the hand, you may be offered the potential of something that's really secure, and also something that has big money as well with it, because we've got money cards here. 3 of Pentacles as well. So when you get a lot of coins in a reading, it also means lots of Pentacles means something is coming to fruition. So we can see something is coming to fruition here. Okay, we've got the 3 of coins. So the 3 of coins is working within a team. It's making plans. It's developing a strategy with the 3 of coins energy. But also this is an expansion. So perhaps this is your finances growing, because 3s represent expansion and coins are about money. So it could be that this week, Cancerians, you're considering taking a secure job, for example, because you're considering a job here. Can you see the money there? You're considering taking something here. Now, some of you guys, you're standing behind a stall here. So it could also be with the 7 of coins that you work in a particular job, but you're considering taking a job that's more... You might even work for yourself, but you may consider taking a job that's kind of working for somebody else with the 10 of Pentacles, because that's like working in an establishment here. 3 of coins, one in which probably if you work for yourself, now you're going to have to work within a group of people, but also... If you're considering working for an establishment here and it's more money, we can see 3 of coins talks about growth and expansion of your finances with the 3 of coins energy showing here. The 8 of wands, so messages being delivered, so news coming to you with the 8 of wands energy showing here. Oh, wow. Ace of cups energy. This is a really good reading. It's an interesting one, though. I feel that if you've been for an interview recently with these cards, what it feels like when I look at these cards is that some of you guys are reviewing the 10. I mean, it may also be that you're reviewing ending a cycle as well, because the tens are ending cycles, and it may be that with the Seven of Coins energy, you may be with that hand being held out to you, reviewing, taking a job here. You're ending a cycle where you are right now with the Ten of Coins energy, Three of Coins energy. So Three of Coins, and that Eight of Wands energy. I just feel that you've got news coming to you here. News coming to you. It's almost like you've won the trophy. Can you see that there's a trophy on this Ace of Cups? We don't always want to read cards in terms of the general meanings from books. You want to read also from what you see on the card, and there's a trophy. It's almost like you've won, like there's a positive message coming through that you've got the job. That would be getting the job with the Ace of Cups. Any card that shows like something being offered, it's an offer, it's an invitation. So I'm seeing positive news coming, that you've either been invited maybe to a second interview, or you've been with the Ace of Cups, you've got the job. There's positive news coming that you've got the job. Ace of Cups energy, and Ace is a new thing, so there's positive information coming that you've got this job. But these three cards are really interesting actually, because I feel that and I think I'm going to read it around this way actually. It makes more sense, because then I'm reading kind of back on myself, if that makes sense. I've already established that you're being offered something here. So I think we'll start again with the work reading. There's positive news coming, the Eight of Wands, and the Ace of Cups should be that you would be offered a job. So some of you guys, if you've been for an interview, you may be offered that job this week or going into the next 2 to 3 weeks. Some of you though are reviewing. It may be that you're reviewing, it's not that you're, it may be, I mean, this I don't believe now comes under the word security. You may be reviewing your security in terms of where you are right now. So some of you guys may already be in something. You may already be in a secure job, for example, because I've got the Seven of Coins showing here. And I've got you kind of reviewing this offer, probably because you're already in a secure job, where with that Three of Coins energy, you work with good people, or you're working around good people, and you're really comfortable within the team or the group of people that you're working in. So actually, I'm going to read it sort of, you know, the way that my eye is catching the cards and the way that it's making sense, Cancerians. I would say that this week, I see some positive news with that Eight of Wands about some of you guys getting a job, the Ace of Cups, okay? But I do feel that some of you guys, now if it's not this week, it will be in the next 2 to 3 weeks, because sometimes readings will take time to come, you know, to actually manifest, and that can be kind of, you know, over a series of weeks, or it will happen in 1 week, all right? But what I'm seeing is the wheels are being set in motion. You're getting some positive news. I'm seeing an offer of a job with that Ace of Cups energy. But I do feel that some of you guys are going to be reviewing. Can you see the money there? That money in that hand there, Cancerians, is the Ace of Cups. That's what's being offered to you. Some of you guys, however, are going, even though you're receiving positive news, being offered the job, you will take a step back to review this offer here, because I actually feel with that Ten of Coins, you're already settled in something, and probably with the Three of Coins energy, you're feeling kind of like you get on with the team, you like where you work, you know, you're feeling really secure within the team, within the business that you work in. Okay, and that's why you'll be reviewing whether you should take this job. But I am seeing an offer of a job coming, but there is going to be a need to take a step back and review what you do. And it could actually, thinking about it, Cancerians, be connecting in with this reading that I've just done, where you're faced with a decision. Do you stay in something that you love? And that would make sense. And I do think for some of you guys it does connect in, because look at this. The work reading is good news, being offered a new job, but taking time to review the offer because you're feeling secure. I mean, financially wise, you're okay where you work. All right, because it's a Ten of Coins. So you're feeling secure. You've got all the benefits where you work. You're in a good place. You know, you're in with a good team as well with that Three of Coins. You're feeling like, you know what, actually, I need to take a step back and review this, because I'm actually secure where I work. I've got a really good team of people. They're like family to me. And that's why in this reading here, it's saying that you're facing a decision this week for some of you guys, or going into the following weeks, Cancerians, where you have to decide, do I stay where I am? I'm happy, I'm contented, I feel good where I am. You know, Knight of Cups, Nine of Cups, these are feel-good cards. I feel good where I am. I've got good relationships going where I am in my workplace. Or do I make a decision to leave all of this behind and go and do something else? Very interesting. So interesting times. There is definitely a really important decision to be made, and I think definitely around the work area. Finally, in terms of love, what are we seeing? So the Nine of Wands, often how I read the Nine of Wands in a love reading, it's hanging on in there. But this can also be possession. If you look at this Nine of Wands person, they're very protective. Not necessarily possession or obsession, but definitely a protective energy, because look at the way that the card has been drawn. he's a bodyguard. Protective is the Nine of Wands, trying to protect something. Let's have a look here. Ooh, no. The Nine of Wands aspected by that Seven of Swords is somebody trying to keep a secret. If you look at any of the Nine of Wands, on any of the other decks, for example, Rider-Waite, things like that. I mean, I'll show you a version of the Nine of Wands and what I mean. Let me get out, for example, the Art Nouveau Tarot. And I'll try and find the Nine of Wands on here. And I actually just want to show you what I mean by when I say that it's a card about being secretive. Because this person's trying to guard what they're saying, what they're doing. They're hiding stuff. And this guy's trying to guard something in the house. He's trying to hide what he's doing in that house. Okay, so somebody's being messy here. Somebody's being really kind of like hiding shit. That Nine of Wands aspected by the Seven of Swords. Look at that. See, that Nine of Wands, look how suspicious he is. Yeah, he's being hurt, but look. He's trying to guard something. So this card can definitely be the card of... If you get it aspected by good cards, it's trying to protect something. You get it aspected by not so good cards like a Seven of Swords, it's somebody that's being very secretive and they're trying to guard a secret. So this is guarding, and the Seven of Swords, secrecy. So I'm seeing somebody who's trying to guard a secret here in your love life, Cancerians. The Eight of Wands energy. So the Eight of Wands energy, they may have been messaging somebody here, because the Eight of Wands is messaging, it's communication. Yeah, they're messaging somebody in secret, or they're messaging like a secret person. The High Priestess can often show another woman in the background, for example, a hidden lady, as it were. This is like a third party card as well. Or they're messaging somebody in secret, sending secret messages. Yeah, they're all secrecy cards. Look at those. What the hell? Look, secrecy, secrecy. Secrecy, secrecy. See there? And that person that's doing it is the Hermit. They're looking in on this person here. So they're messaging with... I'm doubling up the cards here. I'm talking about they're sending private messages, because the High Priestess is private. Sending private messages. This may actually be you, though, snooping in on that. Can you see how the Hermit is... It's an interesting thing how these cards work. But actually, Cancerians, the Hermit is a private eye within the tarot. He's nosy. Look at his nose. No wonder they've drawn his nose so long. He's really, really nosy. So can you see how the book is open? Look. Now, if this person is messaging somebody in secret, this may not be the person here, but this is them messaging things in secret. So this, for example, the High Priestess would probably be the person's phone. And they're messaging people in secret. Some of you guys may be wanting to or feeling the intuition to probably snoop around on that. Because he's snooping in. Can you see how he's got the light towards there? Snooping in on. Can you see how the light is directed towards the open book here? Snooping in on the book. Well, where do you find phone books these days? They're usually in your phone. In your mobile phone. That's where you find names. So snooping in on books. If you're guarding a secret, Cancerians, concerning somebody else, you know, if you're guarding a secret here, guarding Nine of Wands secret, Seven of Swords, a secret that you're messaging somebody in private, somebody may be looking for your phone to find out what you're doing. But if it's the partner that's doing it, Cancer, don't be surprised if they're probably trying to look at what you're doing. They may have, if it's the partner that's doing it, don't be surprised at some point this week or going into the following weeks if your intuition tells you as well. So I'm doubling up on these cards. If your intuition tells you as well that you need to take a closer look into things, because the Hermit is taking a closer look into everything. So really, it's about secrets all around. We've got 3 secret cards. No, 4. Nine of Wands is a secret. You're guarding something. Seven of Swords is doing things underneath the radar. Being very secretive. Being very kind of like tiptoeing around. You know, it's all about the secrecy. High Priestess is hiding information. And the Hermit is snooping into areas in secret as well. So there are secrets being held. Whether it's you holding them or the partner holding them. One of you is holding them, and within the next few weeks, one of you is going to start snooping around trying to find out what the truth is. Okay, that's an interesting one. Very interesting reading. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to have a look at... Let's quickly recap on the... I always like to recap so that you know what's going down, if you remember it. General message, you're facing a decision, Cancerians, whether you should stay with something that you love or whether you should move. In work, it definitely connects in with this We've got messages. It looks like you're getting an offer here with the Ace of Cups. All good, but some of you guys may procrastinate. You may review this offer because you're feeling secure and stable, happy within the team, within the groups that you work in. And for some of you guys, you're thinking, I don't know whether I should move now because I feel really good about where I am. And that's where the Nine of Cups and the Knight of Cups come in. This is where you feel good, but then you're facing a decision. And I think that whatever this is, some of you guys may have been in it for quite a long time, which is why it makes it so difficult to actually move. Some of you guys may have been in the job for 10 years, and it's, for some of you guys, it's not, I don't think it's a money thing for some of you guys. I don't think it's a case of money why you would want to move. I think it's to push yourself, to advance yourself. You may have been in a job for years and years and years. The money is good, but you're not advancing yourself. You're not advancing your skills. You're not, you know, some of you guys, the move may be to go back to college, for example, or, because you've got the good news, and the Ace of Cups could be anything. It could be an acceptance on a course, or it could be acceptance to a new job, or an acceptance to a higher level job. But because you've got, and I think that what's happening here as well, in both of these areas, general and the work area, what I'm seeing is that there's a lot of loyalty that you've got to the people that you work with and the place that you're working in. There's a hell of a lot of loyalty, and some of you guys are like, I don't know what to do because I feel so loyal to my workmates, so loyal to my boss. You know, I've had a good life in this workplace. I've been around really, really good people, but I really want to advance myself, and that's going to be your problem. Do you advance yourself? It's funny, we've got 8 of Wands here, 8 of Wands here, but these cards are about the movement. This is about the message, you know. It's funny, you've got 3 8 of Wands in your reading. That's interesting. But what I'm saying is that you are facing a dilemma. 2 of Swords is facing a dilemma. Stay with what you love. You've got good teammates in that 10 of Coins and the 3 of Pentacles. You're very protective. You're very loved. You love them too. There's no issue there with you and teammates, I think. And also the money's okay. You've been fine with the money. But it's the problem is you're not pushing yourself. You're staying in something for the comfort reasons. And there is a need now to kind of think about, well, do I push myself? It's all about pushing yourself out of the comfort zone. Do I want to push myself out of the comfort zone? Do so. I don't think it's because you're afraid, though. I don't think Cancerians, that this is a reading that's saying that Cancer is afraid to push itself out of its comfort zone. I don't think it's that at all. I think it's because you genuinely love where you work and you genuinely have good relationships with the people that you work with. That's what the problem will be. So, yeah. You have to make. Let's have a look at what you should do. What should Cancerians do for the ones that this reading resonates with? What should they do in 2 cards? Oh my God! So you saw that move. It's telling you to move. Yeah, it's telling you to move onto a higher status. You got the King of Coins showing here. Okay, but it's moving away from the King of Coins. I can say 2 things. I can say move because you need to kind of push yourself up to a higher level with that King, or I could say move out of this. Move because you've been in this position for far too long. The King of Coins has been in his position forever, you know, or you've accomplished everything that you can. Because remember, the King of Coins, he's worked hard and he's accomplished everything. So it may say move because you've accomplished everything that you can do in this job. You've accomplished everything that you can, and it's time to advance yourself. So the advice actually is to move. Finally, in love, I do see somebody who's hiding a lot of shit here, secrets. Whether it's you or the partner, somebody's hiding stuff. They are. That 9 of Wands is guarding secrets of that 7 of Swords. Somebody is messaging somebody in secret. And somebody here, it's either going to be that if the partner is doing this, Cancerians, your intuition will be to snoop around into their business. If you're the one that's doing this, then don't be surprised if the partner starts snooping into your business. What is it? And the business, the thing that they'll snoop into first will be your phone or any type of social media. So just be aware of that. All right. Let's have a quick look at what the spiritual cards want you to know. So firstly, what do you need to focus on attracting in friendship? Special friends are there to help me and bring me strength during difficult times. Say that again. That's what you need to focus on this week, attracting in friends. Special friends are there to help me and bring me strength during difficult times. The message from the angels, Cancerians, is it's telling you that you're ready, and I definitely feel that it's in the work area and the general area that is correlating to. You're definitely ready, Cancerians. You're ready for this move. You are. I know it's not through fear. I know it's not through fear. I don't think it's a fear thing with you. I think it's because you've made friends where you are. You're really comfortable where you are. You like the people that you work for and you're loyal. But loyalty isn't going to help you to advance further. Do you see what I mean? I think that it's telling you with that Knight of Wands and King of Coins, move, because you've gone as far as you can go. You've accomplished everything that you can accomplish within this business, and now it's time to move. So you are ready for that change for sure. Finally, let's have a look at the additional information coming from the Chinese fortune card. So this week it's all about wish, and we're going to go to the booklet and have a look at what the additional information is. Now, the additional information will be additional information for your general, additional information for your career. It will also include finances and additional for love. So on top of the messages that I've given you, it wants to also allow you to know this too. So card number 26. Let's have a look here. Card number 26. So a wish will come true in the near future. Be realistic for what you wish for, okay? So general, this is a majorly optimistic period, so make the most of this time and act accordingly. Unexpected surprises and gifts will come your way, and you will be able to place foundations down for the rest of the year. Happiness is close by. For your career, and so this is in this area here. For your career and finances, the additional information is you will soon be galloping to small victories around career and finances through inheritances, a win on the lottery, wow, or games of chance. Even a little gambling on racehorses could be extra lucky for you. That's incredible. So that's in your financial area. Literally, there could be a win on the lottery for some of you guys, or games. So start play some tickets. Play some tickets between the 27th and the 2nd of August, Cancerians. Play some tickets and see. It might just be a small win, but just see what you get. Just put some stuff on the lottery or something. And it's important to declutter your emails, office and phone to help activate the power of the card. So yeah, to activate this card, you need to start making sure that, so make sure between the 27th and the 2nd of August, a couple of key points there for you between those days, Cancerians. Number one, make sure you're buying some lottery tickets, okay? Even if it's a flutter on the horses. I don't advocate gambling, I'm not doing that. But I think between those dates, according to what this card is trying to tell you, it's a good idea to put some stuff down on the lottery. You could win something. I'm not saying it's going to be massive, but you could win something, okay? The other thing is, in order to activate that card to allow all of this good stuff to come through, Cancerians, it's really, really, really important that you start decluttering certain things, so you're opening up that space for the energy to come through. So as it's mentioning, you need to declutter your emails, so get rid of stuff in your trash, you know, messages you don't need, that type of thing. Your office, if you work, you know, if you work at home or if you work in an office, make sure that you're just decluttering and getting rid of things that you don't need, so you've got a nice clear space. And also your phone, all of those messages that you don't need anymore, just get rid of them, to help activate the power of the card. And magnificent times ahead if you are willing to put in the effort and believe in yourself. So remember, I'll repeat it again, in order to activate this card, okay, buy a lottery ticket. Buy a lottery ticket, or, you know, just take a little bit of a flutter on horses. I'm not advocating gambling, as I've said, but I think it may be a good week for doing that for some of you guys. And also declutter any emails, clean up your office space or wherever it is you work, and also make sure that you're clearing out your phone of any unneeded messages and putting a stop to all those subscriptions and stuff that you don't need coming through. Finally, for relationships, a magnificent time is ahead. Have you been daydreaming about marriage, perhaps having a baby or becoming a grandparent, or even just meeting a new lover? Your dreams can come true now. Fantastic. Wonderful. Whoa, what a reading. I tell you what, Cancerians, the readings have been so positive. Sometimes it's negative shit. I mean, this isn't great, but it can be resolved. Okay, but I just feel that this is such a positive, especially in your work in general areas. So yeah, absolutely fantastic. I think I'm going to give this a really positive name, actually. Yeah, wonderful. All right, that is your reading, guys. I'd like to say thanks ever so much, Cancerians, for joining me on Carol's Universe. If you would like your own private reading, click on the link in the comment section or the end screen. And also make sure, please, that you will like, subscribe, share and comment on the video. Okay, love you guys loads. See you soon. Take care. God bless. Bye bye.